Emotions and feelings are universal when it comes to this world. Animals are no different in this respect. We come and we go. We hold funerals for our deceased, our friends, our loved ones. But what about animals? Well, today we're going to take a look at a few behaviors that animals tend to have when it comes to dead relatives. Mind you, this might be an emotional roller coaster, so grab your tissue papers and hold on to your hearts as we dive right into the video. Welcome to Animals Wild TV. Let's get started. Some say that elephants are the most emotional animals after us humans, as they express a lot of emotions through their actions. These guys are not just angry all the time with their ears spread out towards you trying to tell you, hey, back up or I'm gonna trample you with my massive weight. Like us humans, sometimes they feel gratitude towards any sort of help that they might receive. After getting this calf out of the ditch, the other elephants wave their trunks at them as a form of thank you, and wave their heroes goodbye for helping their trapped baby. Must have felt nice getting appreciated by another species. Like so, these guys also feel a lot of remorse and sadness when it comes to grievances. After a member of the herd dies, it's hardly gone unnoticed. We might think that these not-so-gentle giants might not think twice when one of them dies, but in fact, they do think about it, and many times at that. When one of them dies, the whole herd bands together in silence as they move slowly around their dead companion, one by one touching the dead body and sort of paying their respects to the fallen one. Soft rumbles coupled with these soft touches really make you think about how these animals actually perceive death. Ants have been on this earth way longer than we have, so we owe them some credibility to the emotions department, don't we? Indeed we do, because these guys take the death of their fallen warriors and workers very seriously. After collecting the dead bodies of their brothers and sisters, they align them in proper rows and columns within a homemade tomb. This professionalism in paying respects to the fallen can only remind you of a military of a country, and these guys actually are armies in their own respect. A small silence is observed, after which the colony gets back to its busy everyday routine. What about other animals that are a little more closely related to us? For example, chimpanzees. After all, they share 99.6% of our DNA, so it shouldn't come as a surprise when I tell you that these guys also hold funerals for their deceased. In this community of chimps, an infant of 18 months old has just died due to some sort of injury. The entire group slowly walks up to it one by one, putting their hands on its chest, gently touching it, and observing it. The mother comes and picks it up and walks away to the nest. A very emotional sight indeed. I don't know about you guys, but that put a tear in my eye. The most unusual of animals that you might see in this video is the dolphins. These jolly and full of life and energy creatures may always seem to have a smile on their faces, but they too hold rituals of sorts for their deceased family members. Here in this video, as a way to pay their respects to the dead, the pod of dolphins, just like the chimps, come up to the dead and push it and graze it along with it gently. It is known that they usually push it towards the shore so that the dead body does not fall prey to disease and other animals. But that's just an assumption and not confirmed right now. That is exactly what these guys are doing. A mother dolphin may not let go of her dead calf for many days as a sign of disbelief that its beloved offspring has passed away. So it would rather make sure that the dead body sticks around with her until she finally lets it go. In this case, a mother is seen pulling her dead baby along with her through her fin. She's been doing that for days and still has not let go of it. Animals really do go above and beyond when they show their true emotions, don't they? So the next time you see an animal, never think for a second that these guys don't feel the same way you do. Crows are no different when it comes to letting go of dead relatives. Everyone hates crows because they always seem to be a bother when you're outside, don't they? Admit it, because I admit I do too. You might be thinking, well, there isn't a dead crow in this video. And it's true, there isn't one. But these guys are actually visiting the death place of another crow that died here. These crows have gathered here to pay their respects on the site of the death of their friend, and although weird, these dances might indicate something we might not know. Some also believe that they revisit the area so they can observe the threat that killed the other crow in the first place, which in itself is pretty amazing, I think. If the previous video seemed doubtful to you, well, here is one where you can actually see the dead crow. Every crow from the nearby block has come to mark their presence at this funeral ritual of silence and sorrow. They quietly stand by their deceased and, like I said before, observe the surroundings. Even gorillas seem to find it hard to let go of their dead sometimes. Here we can see a mother carrying her dead baby on her back. It's clearly understood that it has been more than a week since the baby has died because of how decomposed that body is. But a mother's love is truly something else, isn't it? Normally when a gorilla dies, these animals behave the same way as the chimps do, but also, like the chimp mother, this mother is also persistent and just isn't ready to let go of her baby just yet. On the other side of things, this video is proof that animals do understand loss. This langur monkey is seen consoling a woman by giving her a nice warm hug and a head stroke on the loss of her family member in India. Honestly, this is nothing less than amazing and just shows us how close we actually are to animals. Tigers are creatures of solitude. They prefer their space over all other things. That doesn't mean that these creatures are cold-hearted though. This female tiger has lost her baby due to an attack by some other animal. She carries it off to a safe area and proceeds to lick it clean before she buries it in the bushes. Do you see the similarities here? We humans also tend to clean the dead bodies of our deceased before saying goodbye to them forever. There are so many similarities between us and animals that we don't yet understand. After the video ended, it is reported that the tigress continued to clean her cub before burying it in the bushes. Baboons, like the primates we saw before, also have a similar reaction when it comes to the death of their loved ones. The mother we see here is also in disbelief and refuses to let go of her dead baby baboon and carries it around with her while grooming it and treating it as if it were still alive. A full week passes and she's still seen carrying the dead monkey with her. I hope you aren't getting too emotional now. Now, a similar sight here, isn't it? Almost every one of us has a pet dog or had one in our lives. These animals are also very understanding when it comes to respecting their dead ones. These dogs can be seen trying to bury their deceased friend, and boy, does this make me emotional. From this moment on, I will never yell at my chihuahua forever, biting me for no reason. We just don't deserve dogs, do we? Alright, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Do smash that like button if this video was to your liking. Comment down below what this made you understand about animals which you didn't know before. Subscribe to our channel if this is the sort of video that you like to watch. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care.